Hello, I'm Derek. I've just had some open heart surgery and I've been thinking about this, that and the other, and one of the things I'm going to do, I've been gestating this for 30 years, is I'm going to go into documentary filmmaking, and you can become involved if you want to. It's the most fascinating form of film that there ever is, with a multitude of different subjects out there, all waiting to be looked at, exploited if you will, but certainly one of the things that we're going to do. And I'm getting a team together. We have a wonderful cameraman who's doing these pictures even as we speak, young James there, and all sorts of things going on now. And Chiltern Documentary Film Unit, that's the name. Watch this space. As I was saying, you know, the Chiltern Documentary Film Unit, which is chilterndocumentaryfilmunit.org, you'll find us on the web. We are going to be doing all sorts of very interesting things, one of which will be the closure of retail units in the high street. And guess who's responsible for this? It's the internet, which even now you and I are using as a weapon. And that's what it is. I was talking to somebody this morning, and their buying habits, just a young girl this was, and she says she doesn't go in shops anymore. She buys either by catalogues or straight on the internet. But there are snags, as we all know. Another thing we'll look at is water extraction. Chesham in particular, which is where I'm from, is suffering badly. We have a tiny river locally, the Chess and the Misbourne, suffering diabolically from water extraction by the water companies, who strenuously deny the fact that they're cutting off the supply of water to the lower reaches of the river. And of course my own particular bête noire, which is the fact that I've just undergone triple heart bypass surgery in the most incredible unit that we don't hear anything about. Hammersmith Hospital, 3 floors dedicated totally to the heart operations, pig valves, you name it, it all goes in there. 7 surgeons working round the clock, 24/7, 2 fully operational theatres with the ancillary staff. And you know what, when they dragged me in there, because I had to go, I was having all sorts of problems, we're talking about 5 days in, do the op, recover for 4 days and out. Every time I'm talking to people and I say, look, I've had this operation, and people say, oh, my Uncle Harry, Bob, Auntie, whoever. It's amazing the amount of people who've actually had this type of procedure. That's what they call it. They don't call it surgery, they call it procedure. So, and what happens, of course, is they take you in, and you go in, perhaps in my case, you go in the night. Next morning they dress you up in one of these beautiful frocks that button up at the back, and off they whip you towards the theatres. And you know what? I have no idea of actually going out like a light. 5 hours you do on the table. I had a surgeon, a brilliant guy, a chap called Casula, Sardinian, brilliant, and an icon in his time, part of a posse of 7 surgeons and the ancillary staff who do these incredible operations on a routine, almost production line basis. And you're out for 5 hours, and when you come to, which is 5 or 10 hours later, you're meshed in a cocoon of tubes and ins and outs and morphine. I'd rather not mention that stuff. Gosh, what that does to you, you just wouldn't believe. Absolutely fine while your eyes are open. Shut them, and by gosh, you're in some sort of a land where monsters and other terrible things live. Open them and it's all gone. 2 days you do on this before they withdraw it, and they put you on a less hardened drug. And they don't leave you alone. Not for a minute. 15 minutes you can do at the most without somebody coming along to look at your pulse or whatever. The most incredibly integrated unit you ever came across. And the staff are beautiful. They are so caring. You know, I'm so surprised that they get so little publicity. We should talk about this one. So many people have had this procedure that it's unbelievable. It really is. I can't tell you how good it was. Mind you, 5 days later they chuck you out and you've got residual pain that you've got to deal with. And but they give you all the stuff to do this, so that's not really a big problem. And here I am, 4 weeks on, and during that time I was in hospital, I got time to think about what I wanted to do. And what I want to do is documentary filmmaking. We have the vehicle, we have the equipment. I've got an incredible cameraman who's doing these pictures even as we speak. And I cannot tell you, I think we're going to be a big success, certainly on the local patch. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. So we need your support. So please come forward, get in touch. You've got the details, and that's about it. And I look forward to hearing from you. We're very accessible. So there we go. Leave it to you. Incredible people doing an incredible job. And if you want to get involved with us, please do what you can. I'm told there's a button you can press, but I don't know where it is. It'll be on the screen somewhere. Go down a bit, there's a button
there. Subscribe to our
subscribe.
YouTube channel.
Here we are, I'm being prompted. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you. Please come forward and let's talk. Please. We need help.